team sheet or the other one? Hey everyone, welcome along to Tala for tonight's Leinster Senior Cup game between Shamrock Rovers and Bows. I'll quickly run through the two teams for you. Shamrock Rovers in goal, Oscar Janssen, Sean Gannon, Jack Memory, Donald Brannigan, Graham Gartland, Lorcan Shannon, Chris Turner, Stephen O'Donnell, Gary McCabe, Aaron Green and Sean Dixon. Bows is Andy McNulty, Michael Barker, Philip McCabe, Paddy Seary, Neil Harney, Daniel Byrne, Lee Dixon, Dave Mulcahy, Keith Buckley, John O'Connor and Andrew Mulligan. Subs for hours are Dean Ebb, Thomas O'Rourke, Paul Moffat, Noel Forrester, James Mullany, Mark Healy and Lee Stacey. For Bows, it's Raphael Barretto, Davy Byrne, Sean Stewart, Dan Mahan, Corey Davison, Keith Murray and Greg Murray. So good mix in the Rovers team of under-19s and first team. Good to see Sean Dixon starting. Very promising centre forward. Dean Ebb as well on the bench, and midfielders Paul Moffat and Noel Forrester. Lee Stacey as well, also the sub goalkeeper. But we're going to have Rona Daly. I think this may be the first time that a woman has officiated as referee at a Rovers game. I may be wrong. Justin couldn't think of it, so if Justin couldn't think of it, I reckon it's the case.
Justin thinks it probably is.
There you go. So it's going to be Robert to tip off, playing into the Leinster Senior Green, into the car park end. Oh, sorry, it's going to be playing into the shopping centre end. So, all right, crowd here for a Leinster Senior Cup game. Decent crowd from Bows down there as well. It's a lovely evening for a game of football. It's quite mild, very little breeze, no rain, dry. Pitch looks well, and and we're off with Chris Turner. I apologise to any Bows fans there if I don't get your players' names right for a while. So we start off with the ball played down. Sean Dixon come to close it down, and it's turned away there by Paddy Seary, and it's going to be a throw into Rovers. Jack Memory up to take that. Good move by Sean Dixon, but he's going to lose out there to Buckley. But it'll come here to Stevie O'Donnell, who finds Chris Turner. Closed down by Dave Mulcahy, but he's able to turn away and finds it. Gary McCabe. McCabe plays the 1-2 with Turner. He was out here onto the left, but as he tries to take it by Lee Dixon, he drags it out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Bows. So, throw in taken, flicked on there by Buckley, but it'll drop in here to Turner. Turner finds McCabe, and McCabe can get it out here to Stevie O'Donnell in midfield, who can switch it across to Sean Gannon. Sean Gannon into the feet of Sean Dixon, but Sean can't control it, and it'll go through to Andy McNulty in the Bows goal. So, cleared long by McNulty. Well won by Gartland. Mulcahy wins it midfield, but can only find Sean Gannon. Sean Gannon can take it away from O'Connor and move in. Finds Aaron Green. Aaron Green turns and plays it back in here to Chris Turner. Turner looking for the run of O'Donnell, but it's easily cut out by Barker. And it comes out here to Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon closed down by Memory. Looks to get it into Buckley, but Stephen O'Donnell wins that. Finds Gary McCabe. McCabe back here to O'Donnell. O'Donnell closed down. And once again, takes his eye off the ball, and it goes out for a Bows throw-in, taken by Barker, who... Sorry, I can't see it, I was you, but it's... As someone tried to knock it back to Barker, it ended up going straight out of play, as Memory's long throw finds Graham Gartland. Gartland across to Gannon. So Gannon comes inside, finds Chris Turner. Turner drops it to the shoulder and plays it out here to Memory. Memory looking for the feed at Dixon, but it's easily cut out. But Stevie O'Donnell can go in and win that, but Mulcahy can get onto it. And Bows can break here now with Barker. Plays it in here to Keith Buckley. But as he looked to get it out to Mulligan, Lorcan Shannon was back there and did enough to put Mulligan off, and it's gone out for a Rovers throw in. So both teams looking to get the ball down and keep it on the deck and get it into feet. As Bows fans start to sing. As the throw in is won there by Byrne, but he's judged to have fouled as he jumped for it, and it's going to be a Rovers free kick across there. Sean, no, it's only a throw in. Sean Gannon takes it. It's one there and drops into midfield, and Mulcahy into the feet of Buckley. Good turn, but it comes here to Gannon. Gannon finds Chris Turner, who loses out to Buckley. And Buckley forced backward, and he was fouled there by Turner. And it's going to be a free to Bows just inside the Rovers half, over on the east hand side there. So it's taking long, looking for Dixon on this side, but Jack Memory gets there first. McKay gets a little flick on it. Jack Memory controls that on his chest, but his second touch is poor and it goes out of play. There's a good touch there by McCabe for Memory to come on. He control it well, but his second touch is poor, and it's got out for a Bows throw in just in front of us here on the halfway line. It's taken by Barker. Barker goes back to Siri, and Siri back to McNulty. McNulty takes a touch and lays it out to Harney. Harney into the feet of Buckley, and Buckley lays it off. Played forward looking for O'Connor, but it's well read by it was Brannigan, but Bows can break here now with Barker, but it's cut out by Gartland. Well won, and last 50-50 ball, and Gartland the judge have got the last touch on that one, so it's going to be a Bows throw in taken by Michael Barker. The ball's cleared long by Aaron Green. It'll pop up nicely for Arnie, who can just nod it back to his keeper, McNulty. So, I said both teams trying to play football, but no chances created as of yet. Played forward. Easy one by Jack Memory, but his header will go out of play just in front of us here for a Bows throw in. And once again, it's going to be Barker to take this. So Barker's throw in down the line to Dixon, but as he looks to get it back to Barker, Gary McCabe gets a foot in, and it's out for a Bows throw in to be taken here by Barker. Comes back to Mulcahy. Barker forced backward to Paddy Seary, and Seary across to Harney with a bit of space to bring the ball forward. Played forward for Andrew Mulligan, who's got a head on it, and he's gone up against Sean Gannon, and he fell. Sean managed to get his body in front of him, and a little nudge in the back, and Sean goes down, and that's going to be free out to Rovers, which Oscar Janssen is going to come across to take. So Janssen with the goal kick down towards Aaron Green. It's cleared by Barker, but only as far as Dixon, but it came back in to Lee Dixon, who was clever devil to get a little header back to his keeper, McNulty. So Mulcahy wins in ahead of O'Donnell. And the ball comes off Lee Dixon there, and out for a Rovers throw in, which Jack Memory will take. It is. So Memory goes back to Gartland. Gartland looks to bring it out. He's judged to have been fouled by O'Connor. Thought he was a bit lucky there, Gartland. Stevie looks to take the free kick quickly, but he was out of position. So it's going to be Gartland to take this. He's Jack Memory outside him if he needs him, and you can do that short. Jack with a chance. This goes back to Gartland. He can get it across to Brannigan if he needs. But he goes for the risky ball to Turner, and Turner's beaten to it. But Gartland's able to get there ahead of O'Connor and clean up, and Sean Gannon cleans out long. Stephen O'Donnell's able to turn away with that and wins the header and finds Gary McCabe. McCabe chests it and puts it on down the line for Dixon. But Harney across. Dixon's got the better of Harney, and he's put a ball back in there. Oh, and it came to Aaron Green, who had it first time, but it was blocked down, and it's cleared out here now to Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon's fouled by Jack Memory, and that's going to be free out to Bow. So first real chance of the game there. Good work by Sean Dixon. He was strong and was able to get away from Harney. Looked like Harney got the better of it there, but he slipped. And as the ball came across, Green hit it first time, but got blocked down, and eventually the ball came out here, and memory failed Dixon, so it's a free out here to Bows, which goalkeeper Andy McNulty will take. And Bow fans, sets of fans now starting to sing as the ball is won there. McNulty finds Barker. Barker goes back, but there's an injured Bows player there. It looked to be a bit of a clash there with Stevie O'Donnell. It's Lee Dixon. So Rona Daly calls a halt to the play, but Lee Dixon's back up and looks okay. And it's going to restart with a hot ball, which I presume Aaron Green will just knock it back here to McNulty. Puts it out for a goal kick. I don't think so, no. So McNulty has retrieved the ball, and the game will restart with a goal kick. So, a bit better there from Rovers. This is the first real sight on goal that either team has had. As Mulcahy jumps, but Sean Dixon wins that, but it drops into a blow, clears it forward to Dixon. Dixon looks to play it inside, only finds Chris Turner, who O'Donnell can get a quick pass out here to Sean Gannon. So Sean, a bit of space opens up from him, and he finds Stephen O'Donnell. Looks to play a clever flick for quick Turner, but it doesn't quite come off. And it's with Mulcahy in midfield, who looks to switch it across to Mulligan, who's done well to get it back here to I think it was Daniel Bourne, but it's now with Philip McCabe, and McCabe has to go back to Siri. It's cleared along, but John O'Connor is offside, and it's going to be a free out to Rovers. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution already. Dean Ebb going to come on. I'm not quite sure if someone's picked up a knock. I think we are going to have the substitution now. I can't quite see. Did someone pick up a knock? Is it Gary McCabe? Maybe. Yeah, it's Gary McCabe's going to come off. I don't know whether he's picked up a knock, but so we now have I wonder will Aaron Green come out here onto the left and leave Dixon and Ebb up front, and it looks like that's the way it's going to work out as Janssen finds Gartland looking for Dixon, but it'll go straight to McNulty. A bit of a blow there for Rovers to lose McCabe so early in the game, forced to make a substitution as an angle ball across to Mulligan. He won't be able to keep that in, and it'll go out for a Rovers throw in. Sean Gannon can take. So Gannon gets the ball forward. It's flicked on, but by Dixon, but it goes straight out for a Bows throw in. Comes taken quickly to Siri. Under pressure now from Dixon. Has to go back to McNulty. McNulty looks to get it back out to Siri, but mishits it and puts it out for a Rovers throw in. Good work there by Dixon just to close that down. It was a lost cause, but put just enough pressure on the keeper to force the mistake. So it looks to be played into Turner, but it's Dave Mulcahy in to nick in and put it out for a Rovers throw in. And it's Jack Memory going to take this. It looks like he's going to go long this time. Gets a good distance on it. The Bows player wins it. It's cleared to the edge of the box. Bit of a barging at the edge of the box, but well done by Green to win that. Memory plays a beautiful ball across, but McNulty's able to come and collect it. Decent ball there by Jack Memory, but the angle on it was always favouring the keeper. Just to come and get it, it was kind of turning in towards him all the time. So McNulty's clearance is won again by Jack Memory, but he kind of got under the ball and it's come off the top of his head now for a Bowes throw in here. Halfway inside the Rovers half. So it's Barker to take it. Needs an option. Finds it in O'Connor under pressure from memory. And it's flagged as a free on O'Connor there. And that's going to be a free in here to Bowes. Sorry, it was actually Lee Dixon that was fouled. So it's going to be a chance now for it's Sean Dixon and Andrew Mulligan both across. Or Pat's one up at home to River Phoenix or whatever they're called. So with the ball in and Janssen. Oh, Janssen did enough, just got a hand to it and puts it out for a corner. Turner and Gannon having a frank exchange of words about who was meant to do what. But it's still only a corner for which Lee Dixon will take. Rovers have been not the best from set pieces. Conceded 2 goals. I see both from set pieces. Decent ball in. Janssen gets a decent fist on that, but it'll come out here to Barker. No, it's not. It's Daniel Byrne. Daniel Byrne looks to get back inside Turner, but Turner comes and wins that, and that's gonna be a corner. Chris Turner got the last touch on that. So another corner here to Bowes, and it's gonna be Mulligan across on the far side to take it. So looking to take the quick one again, but this time it's closed down. So a decent ball in. Oh, and the Bowes player just got there ahead of Janssen, but couldn't turn it in. And it's with Dixon this time, but well run by Aaron Green. Gets it forward. It's Harney pumps it back into the box. Now flag up, Rovers stop. And a decent strike. Oh, it was a decent strike on the far side, I think, by I couldn't see who got the strike. I think it was Daniel Byrne. But it's going to be another corner here to Bowes. So the corner comes in, and this time Oscar Janssen collects it well. So Janssen gets it out here to Jack Memory. Memory needs a bit of movement up front of him. He finds it in Aaron Green, and Aaron Green has a chance now. And he looks to go by Barker, but Iltiri across to help out his rifle and puts it out for a Rovers throw in. Memory will take this. O'Donnell finds Memory. Memory into the feet of Dixon. And Dixon back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Gartland. So, ball played forward here, but it's cut out easy by Gartland. Finds Larkin Shannon, who hasn't really got into the game. But a chance now for Dean Ebb to find Stevie O'Donnell. And Rovers are streaking forward here. The numbers, they're looking for Larkin Shannon, but he was never going to get to that. Generally. So it's McNulty taking this. Okay. Bit of tussling in midfield. That was a handball, and it's called by the referee, kind of late, but the ball popped up onto the hand of O'Connor there. So it's free kick to Rovers, which Graham Gartland will take. Takes a short here to Stevie O'Donnell. Goes back to Gartland. Gartland needs moving up in front of him, but he goes short to Memory, and Memory gets it across here to Donald Brannigan. Brannigan looks for the run of Larkin Shannon, but it's cut out, and it'll drop into the midfield there to Keith Buckley. Under pressure now from Stephen O'Donnell. Mulcahy making a run, bursting the midfield, Turner going with him, but it's well blocked down there by Sean Gannon, and it's going to be a Bowes throw in, just in around the halfway line. From the throw in, it's forced all the way back to McNulty. McNulty clears long towards Mulcahy, easily won by Gartland. And this will find Sean Dixon, who holds it on his chest, and finds Chrissy Turner. And Turner looked to get it out the green, but under hit it. And that's a The 50-50 tackling, but that's going to be looks like a bad injury for Turner. I don't know what way he went into that tackle. He went to. Oh, Turner looks like an injury on his knee there. I'm not quite sure what way he went into that tackle. So Turner just getting some treatment there. Looks to be all right. It's going to be a yellow card for Chris Turner. It was I don't know. It was just kind of, I don't know what way he went into. The ball was there to be won, but they just managed to get their legs kind of wrapped around each other. So it's going to be Seardy to knock this back into Harney. Harney looking for the feet of Buckley. Buckley looks to turn under pressure from Dean Ebb. It comes back across here to Seardy. Seardy is going to knock it long. And that's a great tackle. That's a Rovers ball as well. So yeah, it was the ball was knocked over there for Barker, and Gartland came across and won the tackle, and it came up off Barker and out for throw in. But I don't think Gartland was happy with Barker's challenge, and they've had a few little words, and now Rona Daly is down to sort them out. So it's going to be a Rovers throw in taken by Jack Memory down towards Green, but it's missed there by Bourne, and it'll come back to Harney, who plays it into the field of Bourne, who goes back to Seardy. Seardy hoofs it down. It's won by Mulcahy, but Gartland is there just to knock it out for a throw into balls, which Michael Barker will take. It's cleared by Aaron Green. Dixon puts Seardy under pressure and is cleared, and Saloni go out for a Rovers goal kick. So Gartland goes back to Janssen here. And it's Gartland out with a bit of space in front of him. Comes across here to Jack Memory. Aaron Green looks to let it go through his legs, but it was well read. And the little flick by O'Connor is going to go out of play. Idea by Aaron Green, but the ball came off Barker, and he played it down the line for O'Connor, but it's back now with Oscar Janssen. Janssen clears long down towards Aaron Green. It's won by Barker, but once again he's got underneath it, and it's out for a Rovers throw in. And Aaron Green went to take the throw, but I don't think the referee was happy with where it was taken from, and it'll go back to be taken again by Jack Memory. And change of balls here. Memory needs an option here. Like, he might just go along this time looking for Chris Turner. Turner wins that, but it'll just drop into Mulcahy, who can get it back to Seardy. Seardy under pressure. It comes off Sean Dixon, and it's out for a Bowes throw in. It's going to be Barker to take this. Down, it's over the head of Green, but finds Stephen O'Donnell, who can nod it back to Jack Memory. Jack Memory looked to play it down the line. It came off the Bowes player, and it's out for a Rovers throw. Just in front of the Bowes dugout there in the Bowes half. Memory needs an option out. Has it in Dean Ebb. His first touch is poor. It kind of pops up on him, which allows Bourne to come away with it. but it comes in here to Mulcahy in the midfield, who looks to get it across. Oh, and Larkin Shannon nearly nicked that, but instead it's Neil Harney who's able to come away. He's tracked back by Sean Dixon. Great work. And he's forced back to his left full, who's forced back in here to Siri. So good pressure here by Rovers. And it comes here to Barker. Barker goes back to Siri. And all the way back to McNulty. It's good pressure by Rovers. It comes into the midfield to Buckley, who knocks it out here to Siri. Siri plays the long ball, but I think Dave Mulcahy made a late run, but O'Connor was offside and the flag had already gone up. And it's going to be free out to Rovers. Taken quickly by Gartland to Stevie O'Donnell, who can play it across here to Donald Brannigan. Brannigan has Turner. Closed down quickly by Buckley and goes back to Brannigan, who looks to play a ball into the feet of the centre forwards, but it's misplaced and it'll go all the way through to Andy McNulty in the Bows goal. Oh yeah. Stevie O'Donnell finds Aaron Green, who goes back here to Gartland. Gartland, and he's lost. He's done well there, Gartland. It looks like he lost out, but a nice little touch by Aaron Green to play it back in here to Donald Brannigan. Chris Turner was looking for it, but he was closed down quickly there by Buckley. So Brannigan will go out here to Gannon instead. Back to Brannigan. Brannigan comes back to Gannon. Gannon goes back to Jansen. Brannigan was playing and there was nothing on in front of him, but Rovers can start to build again here with Graham Gartland. Midfield seems to have pushed right on where you kind of need someone in there. It's come back in here to Brannigan, and Brannigan is going to look to go long towards Dean Evan. That's over the head of it looked like it was going to go by Harney there, but he did well to recover, and the ball breaks in midfield to McNulty under pressure from Shannon. Gets it back across to Barker. Barker has to scramble back to get that, but and he could just knock it back here to his keeper, and Sean Dixon's going to put him under pressure and force the clearance, and it's come out, but Keith Buckley's unable to keep it in play, and it's going to be a Rovers throw in. That was good pressure there by the Rovers front line. For once again forcing the error from McNulty. Jack Memory needs an option here now. Goes long towards Dixon. It goes over Dixon's head and cleared by Siri. Gartling gets in front of O'Connor and gets his head to that. And this will find Aaron Green, who's able to nutmeg Barker. He's got Daly for company as well there. And a good tackle by Dixon to win it back. Gartland come in and win that. It'll come off Gartland and out for a Bows throw in. But good work there by Lee Dixon, tracking back to help out his right full. He's able to dispossess Green. And the throw in is won by Jack Memory, but finds O'Connor, foot in by Gartland, but wins that. And Chris Turner is able to come away with that. And that was a bad foul there by Daniel Byrne. It was a nice little flick by Chris Turner to come away from the first challenge, but Rona Daly wasn't happy with Daniel Byrne's challenge on Chris Turner. No yellow card, but it's free kick to Rovers, so a chance for Gartland to push forward. Dixon, it's floated in by O'Donnell, headed on by Gartland, but it only comes to Siri, who has to clear it out for a Rovers throw in. He was under pressure from Sean Dixon. So Sean Gannon across to take this. Gonna need something to come short, and it's Dean Ebb, whose first touch is good, and he can get it back to Gannon and finds Larkin Shannon. Good turn by Larkin, but a good recovery by Andrew Mulligan to get a foot in and put it out for another Rovers throw in. So it's Dixon finds Larkin Shannon. Shannon back to Dixon. Oh, sorry, to Shannon. He's overhit the cross. It'll come here to McNulty. McNulty's going to look to let that go out, but under pressure from Graham Gatland. Forced to clear it, and it's once again out for a Rovers throw in. So Jack Memory to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Memory. Memory to O'Donnell. Has Chris Turner free in midfield. It looks for the feet of Dean Ebba, but it's well run by Harney. And it comes here to keep Buckley in midfield under pressure from Green. Gets it out to Dixon, but It's one there that knocked forward, and as they look to get it across to Barker, Barker's forced to head it back towards his own goal, but he recovers well. But the second header only finds Stephen O'Donnell, and Stephen O'Donnell's come away with this. He's saying Chris Turner. Chris Turner looks to have his shot, and he's pulled up when he's hit that. So it was never going to harm the keeper, but he's hobbling. And Chris Turner is going to come off here, I think. He doesn't look happy. He's after signalling to the bench. So that's Gary McCabe and Chris Turner, who are both going to come off injured, but it looks of things. It's Noel Forrester who's going to come on. Now when he hit that time he signalled. Noel Forrester. And it's Dean Ebb finds Larkin Shannon. Shannon gets a lovely ball down the line for Sean Gannon, but it's just overhit. So before the first half is even up, we've lost Gary McCabe, and now we're going to lose Chris Turner, and it's going to be Noel Forrester coming on. If I'm watching the under 19s, smash the centre forward for centre midfielder, very neat player, some good touches, good passer of the ball. So, game's back on here, and Brannigan backpedaling is forced to clear it out for a throw in. That's a couple of injuries Rovers could have done without, really, kind of so early in the game. Remember last year's game went to extra time. As the ball's played forward, it's Keith Buckley's offside over on the left hand side there.
Okay, there's another Forrester playing for Pats tonight.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
So it's Jansen now. Oh. So it's good ball in by Larkin Shannon. Dean Ebbett. Oh, it was a great ball in by Larkin Shannon. Dean Ebbett couldn't get onto it. But it was a boss player just got a touch, which took it beyond Aaron Green. And the ball, no, well, I thought that came off O'Connor last, but it's been given as a boss throw in, which Barker will take. Well won by Jack Memory. So it was Lee Dixon that time, was it? Looked to come in on Forrester. It was a late challenge, and he came off the worst himself. Forrester was able to shrug it off, so it's going to restart here with a Rovers free. Sorry, it's taken by Graham Gartland. Looks for Dean Ebbett, but it's poorly hit, and I'll go straight through to Mike Nulty. As McNulty's clearance looking for Mulligan is overhit as well, and that'll go out for the Rovers throw in about halfway inside their own half. Sean Gannon in the right full position to take it. The throw is won there by a boss player, but drops into the midfield to Forrester, but he loses out to O'Connor, and O'Connor's done well, but it's a poor ball, and he only finds Gannon, who can find Larkin Shannon looking for Sean Dixon. And Dean Ebbett can get on that, but it's an important clearance by Neil Harney, but Barker's just able to nod it back to his keeper. So the clearance, there's a handball again by John O'Connor. So it's free out to Rovers, taken quickly. Stevie O'Donnell. Referee says the ball was rolling, has to take it again. And might look to go long this time. We go short to O'Donnell. Back to Gartland. Gartland will go back to Oscar Janssen. And Janssen get it out here to Sean Gannon. Sean with a bit of space to bring it into. It was actually Brannigan, but the ball for is missed by Ebbett, and it'll go straight to McNulty. So Gartland's header finds Stevie O'Donnell. Bowes appealed for a handball, but it's not given. As Brannigan gets across here to Sean Gannon. Sean puts his head up, finds Sean Dixon. But his header comes out here to Mulligan, who can't control it. And it goes out for a Rovers throw in, with Sean Gannon to take it. So here he comes out of the fence to win that on Fine O'Connor, who's under pressure by 2 Rovers players. It'll come here to Forrester, who can just knock it back to Gartland. Gartland finds Stevie O'Donnell, who can throw another pressure now from Mulcahy. Finds Niall Forrester, who can just take a little touch and play it to Brannigan. Brannigan looks for the feet of Lorcan Shannon. Shannon turns back into 3 Bowes men, but is able to get it back to Brannigan, who can switch it here to Gartland. And Gartland can find Jack Memory. Looks for Dean Ebbett. That's an intelligent run by Ebbett, and he's found him. His touch is not great, but Aaron Green has got Boy Barker here, and as he looks to get a tackle in, Barker manages to avoid the corner and just put it out for a Rovers throw in. So it's going to be a Rovers throw in, to be taken by Jack Memory, who looks like he's going to go along with this one. And he's got good distance on that one, but it's dropped in here. Dean Ebbett! Oh, it's Dean Ebbett with the header, but couldn't get enough power on it. And McNulty was just able to get down and gratefully accepted. But Bowes can break here now with, I think it's Buckley on the far side, but Lorcan Shannon's back covering. Comes here to Mulligan, who's forced all the way back here to Harney. Harney comes to Seardy across here to Barker. And into the feet of Byrne, but it's won by Stephen O'Donnell, who finds Aaron Green and gets it back here to Jack Memory. Jack Memory comes inside and switches it across here to Sean Gannon. Sean has to nip back to get that, but he can just lay it here to Brannigan. Brannigan gets it across here to Graham Gartland. There was a bit of space in front of him now to bring the ball into it, and takes a bit of a heavy touch, but there's no Bowes player coming towards us, so he can get it out here to Aaron Green. Aaron Green's first touch is good and finds Sean Dixon. Dixon's able to get it back to Green here, who treads one through to Stevie O'Donnell. Stevie O'Donnell looks to poke one through for Dean Ebbett, but it was too much on it, and McNulty's able to come out and smother the feet of Ebbett, so better from Rovers. Good interplay there with Aaron Green and Stevie O'Donnell. As McNulty's goal kick misses all 3 players. And Gartland plays one down the line for Sean Dixon, who's got Seardy for company. But he's done well to find Aaron Green. Green whips one in. Oh, but a great header in there by Harney. Yeah. And as Gannon came to knock that back in, there was a challenge and he could only knock it out for a throw, which goes back to McNulty. McNulty forced to clear long. Not the greatest of touches, and Forrester can find Stevie O'Donnell here. Stevie O'Donnell looks for Aaron Green, but the pass isn't great, and Barker can just knock it back to McNulty. McNulty once again takes a touch, and takes another touch, and Dean Ebbett gets a foot in, and Memory looks to shoot, but it was blocked down, and it's going to be a Rovers throw in. More nervous moments there for Andy McNulty, he never should have taken the first touch, and he definitely shouldn't have taken the second one, and Ebb was able to close it down. But as Memory looks to play that, it comes off Dave Mulcahy, and it's a Rovers throw in with Jack Memory down towards Aaron Green. Has 2 Bowes players. He plays it in. It comes off Dixon. Ebb jumping with McNulty, and he's lost it. Oh, and McNulty's able to recover, and Ebb can't turn it in. That was unlucky for Dean Ebb. So it's actually a corner. Now we're going to have a corner here. I thought referee giving a free out, but it's actually a corner. Yeah. Is that right? Okay. The audio looks like it's still going out anyways. Okay. Grand. Right, so it's going to be Lorcan Shannon across to take this. And referee wasn't happy with something and is going to ask Lorcan to take it again. It probably wasn't the best of corners either for Lorcan. He didn't really lift it. And he hasn't lifted that one, and it's easily cleared. But it'll come to Stevie O'Donnell, who goes all the way back to Oscar Janssen. It was a poor corner there from Lorcan. He didn't lift it. It was easily cleared. But Jack Memory has to be careful here, and he's lost out. But it's a chance here for Bowes to break now. It's coming across here to Lee Dixon. Gartland across the cover. But Dixon's done well to get by. And it opens up, and he was able to get by Gartland, and he got by Stevie O'Donnell as well, and it popped up nicely for him. Hit on the value. As Sean Dixon breaks here now and gets it outside here to Lorcan Shannon. Lorcan gets a great ball in, but there's no one there at that back post, and it'll come out through all the way out here to Mulligan on the far side for Bowes. And Bowes can break now, but there's only two of them. And foot in by Dean Ebba, but only finds Buckley or Connor. It's come off McCabe, and it's Niall Forrester who puts a ball through for Sean Dixon. And once again, McNulty, it has to come out. And he does well there. McNulty gets the ball in. It's won by Donald Brannigan. Forrester wins, but it'll just drop in here to Keith Buckley, who's allowed to turn a little bit easy in that midfield. Comes back in here to Dave Mulcahy, who switches it across to Barker, but it's not a great ball. It's forced Barker onto his back foot under pressure from Lorcan Shannon. Plays it forward to Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon controls it well in his chest and gets it out here to Barker, who looks to knock it by Lorcan Shannon. Lorcan Shannon's strong, but that was just to be a foul there by Lorcan Shannon. He was kind of leaning into Barker. And it's going to be free into Bowes just out here by the touchline. With a chance for him. I think it's, once again, it's going to be Mulligan across on the far side to play this. So it is going to be Mulligan. Dixon walks away from it, but he plays it short to Dixon. And a chance for Dixon to put one in. It's blocked down well by Lorcan Shannon. And Keith Buckley's forced to knock it all the way back to Andy McNulty. Under pressure from Sean Dixon. Comes across back here to Buckley. Ebba closing him down now. He steps aside Ebba. He's done well there, Buckley. And plays a ball into the feet. O'Connor, but Memory does well. Knock it out. Gets it to Gartland. Gartland can just, under a little bit of pressure, gets it back to Oscar Janssen. He'd nothing behind him. But he didn't know that. So, yeah, Oscar Janssen can just take the ball out a little bit. So once again, it's Janssen's goal kick. One in midfield, drops to Mulcahy. Knocked forward by Brannigan. It'll go through to McNulty, but Dean Ebb was closing in again, but McNulty's done well to come and take that. So McNulty once again clears long. Down towards Dixon, but Gartland crossed to win that. And it's got on to Dean Ebb, who takes it a touch, and he does well. And he plays it to Lorcan Shannon. Lorcan Shannon's going to have a run at Paddy Seardy, but Seardy's done well. Get a foot across. It's going to be a throw into Rovers. So Green and Shannon have changed sides for looks of things. As Jack Memory gets it across here to Sean Gannon. Sean can come back across to Jack Memory, who has both Lorcan Shannon and Stevie O'Donnell, but it's Lorcan Shannon he's gone for. And that's a foul by Lee Dixon on Lorcan Shannon. It's going to be free into Rovers in a dangerous position. Graham Gartland and Donald Brannigan both go forward, and I think it's going to be Stevie O'Donnell, I think, to put that in. So it's going to be Stevie O'Donnell to take this rip. That's a decent ball in, won by Niall Forrester. It'll drop to Sean Dixon, but he can't keep it in, and it's a Bowes player has forced to knock it over his own bar. It was a good ball in by O'Donnell. This time it's going to be Sean Dixon to go across and take this one. No, it's actually, is it? That's a better ball in. And Dean, he wasn't ready for it. And Buckley can clear, but only finds O'Donnell, who has to go back to Jack Memory, who's the only one back at the moment. And he can get it across here to Stevie O'Donnell. Stevie's got a little bit of time now. Needs moving in front of him. Looks for Dean Ebba, but that's a poor ball. It's going to be easy won by Harney. And Buckley does well just to flick it on out here for Mulligan. Mulligan now under pressure. Finds Mulcahy under pressure from McCabe. Gets it out again here to it's McCabe. McCabe down the line for Mulligan. Mulligan looks to get a ball in. Oh, it's won by Dixon, but he can't get it on target. It's come out to Mulcahy here. Mulcahy looks to knock it back in, but he can only find Larkin Shannon, and a chance for Larkin to break now. And that's a poor ball, but Dixon does well to recover, but Barker gets a foot in and finds Bourne into Mulcahy. Beaten in. That's a bad challenge by Dave Mulcahy on Stevie O'Donnell, but there's no yellow card, but I thought that was it. If Chris Turner's was yellow card, that was as well. Lovely ball across here now for Sean Dixon to have another run here. He's done well, and he's played it down the line for. No, it was actually Green played it down the line for Dixon, but it's Harney can only put it out for the Rovers throw in. Taken by Sean Cannon. And a decent ball in. Look for Dean Ebb. And a good call with the ref for the keeper to come and collect that. It looked as if Neil Harney was going to head that one, but McNulty was able to come and collect it. Gartland gets in front and wins that one, knocks it down towards Evitt, who gets ahead on it and finds Neil Forrester, who does well, gets Stevie O'Donnell, and he's away from Mulcahy and under pressure now from Buckley, but gets it out here to Aaron Green. Aaron Green can have a run here now under as two Bows players for company, but he's managed to spin and get away from them, and there's going to be 2 minutes of time added on, but it's Neil Harney who's able to win and come away with it. Knocks it back in here to McCabe, who finds Dixon, who's under pressure, has to go all the way back to McNulty, who's under pressure again, and his clearance, he stood better that time, up to O'Connor, who does well to control and just knock it out here to he was looking to find McCabe, but it was a poor pass, and only go out for a throw in, played down the line, looking for Dixon, but it's won by Harney. Cleared forward. Good header by Jack Memory, but so Jack Memory's going to have to take the yellow card there. It was Dave Mulcahy came bursting forward. He managed to get inside him. I think Jack Memory just took a foot out, and that was the end of it. So, yeah. So, just before we finish up here, it looks like there's going to be time to take this free kick to Bows, about maybe 35 yards out from goal. Quite essential, but and that's Rovers. It's knocked wide here for Dixon, who looks to beat Dean Ebba, but Ebba's just too strong for him and is able to let the ball roll out for the Rovers goal kick, which Jansen will take. I have a funny feeling this may be the last action. As the goal kick. So the header goes straight out for Rovers throw in, taken by Memory, who finds Gartland. Gartland plays it back to him, and Memory then goes back to Gartland, and there's the half-time whistle. 0-0. Been a even enough first half. Rovers probably had the better of it, couple of the better chances, but losing McCabe and Turner is a bit of a loss. So I'll join you for the second half, folks.
Well, thanks for that one, sir. Just trying to see if that's Dotsy over there filming this for Bows. No sign of Jim tonight, so I have to record this as well, so I can't just abandon things and fix the fucking broadcast. So, Al, have we getting audio and just no video? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I'm just trying to sort it out. Okay, no response. I guess that's gone. Back in a minute.